Your team from your town plays here. No one does more live local play-by-play than the Score does. And it's time for more right now. Sports Radio WSKW The Score and CentralMainSports.com now presents live coverage of high school sports. High school sports on The Score is presented by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner. HammondLumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at MidstateUSA.com. 201 Service Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Flagship cinemas, consistent pricing, and a premium cinema experience. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas pellet and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan, from sales of computers and accessories to service. We're your go-to computer store. Height Chevrolet, our family is here for your family. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street, Waterville, your sight specialist. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, second-generation family-owned in Herman and Pittsfield, with all your grocery and shopping needs. And by SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. And now, with live coverage of your team from your town, here's Mike Violet. Your team from your town plays here. No one does more live local.
Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad, and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone and Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone and Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone and Stove in Oakland.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
There's money in your unwanted metal. Clark Scrap Metals pays top dollar for any cars, trucks, or scrap metal that you want to get rid of. Stop over, we'll weigh it and give you a check. Got a big job that needs a major cleanup? We'll drop off and pick up one or more of our roll-off containers for residential or commercial work. And at Clark's, we crush cars. We travel statewide and offer fair prices. Locally owned for 3 generations, no one knows scrap metal like Clark's. In Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. Online at clarkscrapmetals.com.
It's that
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way. Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how...
Oh, yes.
Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. All right, I can hear that. Can you hear that, John? I can hear you, but I can't hear me. Okay. Can you hear you now? Jesus.
Big or small, depend on how Hammond.
Yeah. Yep. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. All right, he's not registering.
John? Test. Test. Why is it doing that? Test 1 2. Test one. Test 1 2. What is that? Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test.
Testing 1 2. Test 1 2 3.
Test 1 2. Jappy, we're here.
Testing 1 2. Test 1 2.
Test. All right, that's me. All right, so I'm on 3. So we'll leave that. And if you can hear us, folks, you're hearing more on the something up with that pot.
Yeah, testing 1 2, and there we go, Mike.
All right.
Yeah, that pod is bad.
2 and 3. All right. I believe.
Let's go to work. What do you think?
We are on. So, with all of that, welcome to Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. With this afternoon here on The Score, we bring you live coverage of a very good high school softball matchup between the Skowhegan Riverhawks and the Oxford Hills Vikings. I am Mike Violet. He is John Coughlin, and this is a matchup, one of the great matchups in high school softball. They've played once this year already in South Paris, and Skowhegan went down there and knocked off Kiera Morris and the Oxford Hills Vikings by a score of 5-2.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, Mike, you look down through your schedule and you point out which are the big games, and this one's got 5 stars next to it. I mean, we're coming into the tournaments. Oxford Hills did lose to Skowhegan 5-2 2 weeks ago, but since, Mike, they've won 5 in a row and 7 out of 8. On the other hand, Skowhegan, after the win, lost 3 out of 4, and so you're wondering who's hot coming into this game.
Right.
And we talked to Lee Johnson before, and he said that Oxford Hills may be the team that has the best chance of getting to the state finals.
Yeah, and I would agree with him there, that's for sure. There's no question about that. This is a team loaded with talent, and they have a top-shelf pitcher in Morse who is very simply coming off a no-hitter earlier this week.
You can't beat that. And Skowhegan, I mean, they get votes for the top team in the state. I mean, most recently they were ranked, I believe, 6 in the most recent poll of top team softball teams in the state. So, Skowhegan's got to come to play today because Oxford Hills is at the top of the game.
And we have the second and third ranked teams in the latest Teal Point standings here today as well, with Oxford Hills coming in at number 2 and Skowhegan coming in at number 3. So let's run down the starting lineups. First of all, for Cindy Goddard and the Oxford Hills Vikings, they will go this way. Gigi DeVivo will lead off and play second. Actually, let's wait until Brian Jones is done with doing what he is doing. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll run down the rest of the starting lineups and get you set for softball. And we're going to get started on time here on The Score. We're back after this.
Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Midstate Machine in Winslow, Maine, we manufacture complex components and large-scale turbines that power industries across aerospace, defense, and energy. We're hiring CNC machinists. And whether you're experienced or just starting out, we offer on-the-job training to help you build a rewarding career. Join our Safety First team, where your ideas are valued, and enjoy competitive pay with 2 weeks of paid time off starting on day one. Apply today at midstateusa.com, where your career powers the future.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Hermon and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Hermon location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
At Haidt Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haidt Chevy. Haidt Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haidt family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin, back here live at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School, ready to go in this one this afternoon. Scott Gurney and Ken Ellingwood are the umpires. Who's who, Brian?
Scott's behind the plate.
All right, Scott Gurney is behind the plate, and Ellingwood is on the bases. So let me start from the top again with that Oxford Hill starting lineup for Cindy Goddard's team. Gigi DeVivo leads off. She plays second base. Batting second, catching is Adelie Campbell. Hitting third and pitching, Kiera Morse. Batting cleanup, first baseman Cameron Mahan. Batting fifth, right fielder Natasha Child. Hitting sixth, shortstop Allison Day. Batting seventh, the designated player Samantha McPhail. Hitting eighth and playing in left field, Emma Cooper. Batting ninth and playing in center field is Maddie Oliveira. Playing third base, being hit for today, is Peyton Cleveland. And defensively, Skowhegan will go this way, left to right in the outfield. Layla Clark is in left. Lainey Wentworth is in center. And Natalie Cook is in right field. Third to first along the infield, Maya Dudley is at third. Lydia Jones at short. Riley Carey is at second. Kaya Fairley is at first base. On the battery, Abby Carey pitching to Natalie Gilman. There you go. Starting lineups and the defense. And we're just about set for a marquee matchup here on the Score today between the Oxford Hills Vikings and the Skowhegan Riverhawks.
Mike, couple of changes in the Skowhegan lineup from last we saw them. Natalie Gilman, the catcher, was the number 4 hitter. She's now hitting number 3. And Riley Carey was the number 3 hitter, taking a little pressure off Riley, moving her down into the 5 spot, trying to create some offense.
And that's what it's all about. Skowhegan's been inconsistent there this year for sure. And as you mentioned, after they beat Oxford Hills, they went into a tailspin.
Yeah, well,
struggled.
Sometimes that happens. You gear up for a big game, you get all pumped up. But I think the weather has a lot to do with it, too. The inconsistency in playing can lead to offensive problems.
All right, there she is, Gigi DeVivo in the batter's box, wearing the number 6 on the back of her green jersey. And we are set for softball. The clouds have taken over here, but it is dry. Game time temperature here in Skowhegan, 75 degrees, a very comfortable day.
Perfect day for softball.
Doesn't get any better. DeVivo in the batter's box. Carey delivers strike 1.
Opening pitch right down the middle.
No balls, 1 strikes to Gigi DeVivo. DeVivo, Campbell, and Morse here in the top of the first against Abby Carey. The 0-1 is hit right to the first baseman. Easy play for Fairley, 1 out.
Well, when you get throwing strikes, the hitters are going to swing in a quick line out, and that's out number 1.
Little humpback line drive, no problem. And 1 up, 1 out. And here is Adelie Campbell. Campbell, the catcher. Right-handed batter. They play her straight up in the outfield. Beautiful field here at Skowhegan. Very well manicured. Foul tipped, strike 1. It is 200 down the line in left field and 200 down the line in right field. 215 to smack dab in the middle, straightaway center.
In power alleys, you certainly got to have some power to get it out in left center and right center.
Line drive on the ground, 1 hop, stabbed, and the throw by Dudley, she airmailed it. E5, and going to second on the bad throw there is Campbell, and so she reaches on an error.
Well, certainly on the shot, Maya Dudley had some time. She could have gathered her feet, but hurried the throw just a tad.
Did not need to at all. So Kiera Morse comes up with a runner at second and a chance to help herself right out of the gate thanks to the error there by Dudley.
Kiera certainly as good a hitter as she is a good pitcher.
So Carey is going to work around this error. That's high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So Morse with an opportunity with a well-placed base hit to give herself the lead.
Got to keep the ball in front here now, Mike. You can't let a scribbler get through.
Carey ready. Here is the 1-0. Lined, and that's just foul.
That's
just outside the line.
Great call by the umpire because that's the hardest thing for a plate umpire to do is that rocket outside the third baseline because first you got to pick it up, and that comes from feel. And he knew exactly where the ball was.
That is 1 loud strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. We are in the first inning.
First run is a big one.
Ones are wild. 1-1 from Carey. The deal, low and away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. On deck here for the Vikings, Cameron Mahan, the cleanup hitter, the first baseman.
Abby throwing consistently in the low 60s at this point.
We have got the jugs gun out. The John Coughlin jugs gun is out. Here's the 2-1.
Nice pitch.
That's in there for a strike, 2-2. So we got the jugs gun. We also have a very competent scoreboard operator today.
Well, I've never seen them have a problem with those types of things.
For
in
a change,
Skowhegan.
we come to Skowhegan, they're going to run a tight scoreboard.
Yes, they are.
Here's the 2-2.
Nice
change up, and it is on the outside corner, strike 3. Big strikeout there for Abby Carey. 2 outs.
Great time to throw the change.
And here's the cleanup hitter, Cameron Mahan.
Look out.
John Coughlin almost severed a couple of toes by dropping that clipboard.
Kyra Morse was definitely looking fastball.
Sounds like that thing weighs 5 pounds.
Dropped it on my toe. It does feel it.
Mahan, first pitch, ground ball, third, foul. So Mahan yanked one foul, not hit nearly as hard as the ball by Campbell, but a foul ball, 1 strike.
Huge for both teams. Skowhegan does not want to give up the run. Oxford Hills wants this run for Morse.
0-1. Carey to Mahan.
Nice pitch.
Foul tipped. Into the mitt. Strike 2.
Swinging right through the fastball.
0-2. So Carey 1 strike away from getting out of a 1-out jam with a runner on second thanks to the error. Carey ready. The sign from Gilman. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right back to the box. The throw to first, and she does wiggle out of it. 1-3 on the putout. Great job there by Abby Carey. After the 1-out, 2-base error, she retires the side in order on a called third strike and a bouncer back to the box. No runs, no hits, an error, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first inning. The score, Oxford Hills nothing. Skowhegan coming up. You're watching and listening to live coverage of high school softball on The Score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257. 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin, and Ashley Knight, our camera operator here this afternoon, back here live at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Skowhegan will have this lineup today for head coach Lee Johnson. Lydia Jones leads off. She's playing shortstop, batting second, and pitching today is Abby Carey. Hitting third, her battery mate, catcher Natalie Gilman. Batting cleanup, first baseman Kaya Fairley. Hitting fifth, the second baseman Riley Carey. Batting sixth, the right fielder Natalie Cook. Hitting seventh, the DP today is Harper Turner. Batting eighth and playing at third base today is Maya Dudley. And hitting ninth today is Layla Clark. And Lainey Wentworth is playing in center field. She is being hit for a ball down to second base. And here we go. Jones ready to get in that batter's box and face the outstanding pitcher, Kiara Morse, with a no-hitter earlier this week.
Yeah.
That came against EL, I believe.
It did. And I think that was on Tuesday. So
yes, it was.
There was a nice article in the paper talking about years ago you pitched the softball pitcher every game. Now some of the schools who have more than one or two are giving them breaks, and they think it's making them a better pitcher.
So Morse ready to rock and roll here against Lydia Jones. No score, bottom of the first. Here's the first pitch by Kiara Morse, fastball, and it's in there for a strike, 0-1. She throws extremely hard.
And she's got some good movement on the ball as well. That ball went down.
No balls, 1 strike on Jones. In at third is Cleveland, looking bunt. Ground ball to second, to her right, DeVivo flips to first. Nice stretch on the other end by Mahan. 1 up, 1 out.
Now, Skowhegan's not going to hit the ball out of the ballpark, but we saw them before, and they put the ball in play. They don't strike out very much.
I've only seen one Skowhegan player hit it out of here, and that's J.C. Christopher, not surprisingly, former Miss Maine softball.
She hit it into the woods?
Not that far. Here's Abby Carey, catcher. 1 up, 1 out. Whipped right in there for strike 1.
You don't see that very often. Abby's hands are split on the bat, and that is Mel Ott. That's an old-timer.
511 home runs with a grip like that.
But you see that grip, you don't see that very much.
There's a bunt right down in front off the mound. Morse has plenty of time. Throws to first, almost threw it away. She did. Bad throw. That is E1. So each team with an error in the first inning.
Well, the ball was bunted and silenced on the ground, and Morse had to go a long way to pick that up. She threw the ball hard. She had to get it outside so it didn't hit the runner.
And she likes to throw the ball hard all the time overhand, and she didn't have to there. A nice average throw would have been fine. I believe they're going to run for Carey. They always do. So Carey will be run for here, and coming out of the dugout
You know,
for
Mike,
the Riverhawks to run here is Lydia Herrick.
That's one of the better rules in baseball and softball is running for the catcher, pitcher, just to get them back in the dugout so they can get back out quicker. Saves time.
So here is Gilman with an opportunity with Herrick on at first base. Each team with an error in the first inning.
Gilman, KVAC first team last year.
Gilman with that split grip. That's a strike.
You live there, you're going to be tough.
Well, she lives there a lot, and she's tough. 0-1. One out, one on.
Settles that, doesn't it?
Morse back on the rubber. Adley Kimball with a sign. The 0-1. Upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. What'd you clock her at?
69.
Wow.
That's quick.
That is really, really fast. I don't have the mathematical ability to make the comparison to a Major League Baseball fastball, but that's got to be.
We can find it.
90 or better. That's a strike.
72.
72, so even more on that one. And it's 1-2 here on Natalie Gilman. 1 out runner at first. That's a pinch runner, Herrick. Skowhegan beat Morse a couple of weeks ago on May 12th. 3 weeks ago now, 5-2. Spiked right to second, caught on a line, and they've got a double play. Not much you can do about that. Line to DeVivo, who caught it off the shoe tops and flipped it over to Mahan at first base. So it is a double play, a line out to 4-3 on the put out there. And so for Skowhegan in the bottom of the first inning, no runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left on. 1 done here in Skowhegan between these two titans of high school softball, Skowhegan and Oxford Hills. No score. Back after this on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking for a way to heat your home while staying within your budget? A home heating loan from Connected Credit Union is the perfect solution. We've got you covered with an affordable way to keep warm this winter. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing a heating and cooling system or replacing your windows. Making your home more energy efficient isn't just an investment in your home, it's an investment in your lifestyle. Contact our loan team for more details or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Membership eligibility required.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin back here live at Skowhegan area, that is Memorial High School. We go to the second inning. Each team making an error in the first inning, but neither team able to take advantage of it. So we go to the second inning, and it'll be Natasha Child, Allison Day, and Samantha McPhail.
Like just 2 games left in the season. If you look at the standings, whoever wins this today is guaranteed second place going into the tournaments. But Oxford Hills could get into first place depending upon what Bangor does in their remaining games. I don't think Skowhegan can get into 1, but they definitely will go 2.
All right, Natasha Child will lead it off for Oxford Hills, right-handed batting right fielder. Ready to go here against Abby Carey.
Well, that first inning was typical of great teams. Well played.
Well pitched.
Great defense.
Great defense, too. Had a double play turn by Oxford Hills. First pitch here to Child. Misses away. 1 ball, no strikes.
And we saw Abby Carey when she has to settle down and battle. She's got a good strikeout pitch.
She's certainly not as fast as Morse. Few are, but she has pinpoint control. That is low. Looked good from here, but it was low. It was over the plate, but low.
Yeah, she needs to stay down there so that they can't lift the ball.
2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the deal. Bounced it up there, and it's 3-0 on Natasha Child, who will be followed by Allison Day, the shortstop, and Samantha McPhail, the designated player.
And don't be surprised Oxford Hills plays for 1 run, Mike, trying to bunt the runner over into scoring position.
Could be a 1-run kind of day, John.
1 could win it.
3-0. Let's see what they do with Child here. Carey ready. Here's the pitch.
Atta girl.
In there for a strike, 3-1.
You can almost see it in her face. She's not letting this hitter get away.
3 balls, 1 strike. Straight up in the outfield, at the corners on the infield, or at the bases. They are at the corners, at the corner. That's a swing and a miss, and she's back level, 3-2.
Challenged her up and in. Got some giddy up on that one.
3 balls, 2 strikes here on Natasha Child. Carey trying to come back all the way from 3-0 and bends her back, ball 4. A walk.
And good at bat for Natasha Child. Had a couple of good swings, laid off a couple of balls, and she's on first base.
Child is on. Here's Allison Day, the shortstop.
Let's see what strategies we might have in play here with the number 5 hitter up. 6 hitter, sorry.
Day, the shortstop, well off the plate. Carey, quick glance at first. And here's the pitch to Day.
Yep.
Shows bunt, gets it down, but it's fouled to the backstop, 0-1.
Yeah, a 1-run game is what both coaches are playing for.
0-1. And coming in big time at third base is Maya Dudley, who's halfway down the line.
Let's see if they continue. The location of the bunt would change.
Carey, a little tug at the face mask. Back on the rubber. The 0-1. The bunt is on. It is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. And you know my philosophy. If they want to bunt, let them.
I'll tell you what, when you square and both eyes facing the pitcher, your depth possession is different, and that was a great take. The ball was down.
1 ball, 1 strike. Carey against Day in a bunt situation. Taken off, and a little squibber to third, bobbled there. Dudley recovers, throws, safe. That's an error on the third baseman.
Yeah, and tried so hard. Maya Dudley tried so hard to get the runner at second base, she forgot to pick the ball up with her bare hand, and now we've got runners at first and second.
So we got a walk and another error, and Oxford Hills is in business, first and second with nobody out for Samantha McPhail, the DP.
And if they don't bunt now, I'm giving you my house.
I'm stunned. Well, I need a house, so I hope she hits a line drive up the gap in left center. The bunt is on. It's foul ball. It's a foul ball jumping out of the catcher's box. Gilman.
That did not hit her. That did not hit her out of the box. Tough call.
Let me see if we have it on the Mid-State Machine instant replay.
You're going to see the ball stays at the top of the plate. Yeah. She runs in front.
Yep. So the batter is out. How does that get scored?
That is a put out for the catcher.
Okay, so 1 unassisted. 2 unassisted.
2 unassisted.
Okay.
Yep.
So 1 out and a gift out there. And here is Emma Cooper. Emma Cooper, colorful bat that she's got there.
I love those bats, Mike. I think the ball goes faster off those.
Carey to Cooper with the pretty bat. In the dirt, ball 1. So Skowhegan will take the out.
Both runners getting aggressive post leads, trying to draw the throw so they can advance.
Child at second, Day at first. Child walked, Day reached on an error. That's low. So Carey having to work really hard. 2-0. She has had some issues with the strike zone here in the second.
Keeping the ball down well, though, Mike.
The bunt is on. The 2-0 is up, and it is 3-0. Like I said, when they want to bunt, let them.
Great secondary leads, and pitcher may have a little bit of concern for the runners and not the plate.
3-0. They're not going anywhere right now.
No.
Concentrate on the batter. Carey ready. The 3-0 pitch is low and away. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Oxford Hills in business.
2 uncharacteristic walks in this inning.
So a couple of walks and an error. And here is Maddie Oliveira, the center fielder, with a chance to put the Vikings in front.
Infield is not in except for the corners. They'll try to turn the double play up the middle.
All right, Carey with the bases full of Vikings and nobody out. Here's the pitch. That's on the corner for a strike.
Good pitch.
So Matty Oliveira takes strike one on the outside corner, 0-1. Top of the order, DeVivo on deck. Bases loaded, nobody out. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Had her way out in front on a parachute. 0-2.
An old-time Skowhegan favorite, Al Wilson, would love to call suicide squeeze with the bases loaded.
The late, great Willie.
He's the only one that ever called that. I kept shaking my head, but he was always successful with it.
The 0-2 is up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. By the way, if you go in the vault or go to our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports, one of our Legends of the Game features was on. The late, great Al Wilson. Always there for you.
You think of Skowhegan, you think of Al.
The 1-2 is popped up. Play for Jones. Jones makes the catch. 2 outs. Big pop up there. Keep the ball on the infield. So 2 outs as Oliveira pops to short. And that brings the top of the order, Gigi DeVivo up. DeVivo lined to third her first time.
A great play with that is to let it drop and watch the chaos of the runners and throw them out.
No kidding.
That's a great play with the bases loaded.
2 outs. Carey trying to get out of this jam. Low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. She's been consistently behind the entire inning.
She's battling, though. She is battling. She don't want to give him too much good to hit.
1 ball, no strikes with the bases loaded, 2 gone. Popped up. That's going to make it foul and out of play. And it is 1 ball, 1 strike.
You can feel back at a comfortable distance to get an out at any base.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. Top of the second, no score. Carey trying to keep it that way. The 1-1
great change
is up and on the outside corner for a strike. About let her high, but she got the call.
A 9-hitter has to concentrate and try to hit fastball. She's trying to time it. Good change.
So DeVivo down in the count here, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ooh, just got a piece of it, foul at the plate. Count stays 1-2 on Gigi DeVivo. 0 for 1 so far. Carey. Long look into Gilman. Here's the 1-2. Change up outside. 2-2. On deck, if it gets that far, Adley Campbell.
Good movement on the ball. 2-2. Got to throw a strike now.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bases full of Vikings. No score in the second. Carey ready. Here's the pitch. Outside, and the count is full. 3-2 on Gigi DeVivo. So something's got to give here. Carey with a deep, deep breath. Right foot toes that slab. Here's the windup. Here's the 3-2. Got her! Swing and a miss, and Carey gets out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam. Terrific job there by Carey. The bases left loaded by the Oxford Hills Vikings on a couple of walks and an error. They leave 3 on. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. Skowhegan nothing and Oxford Hills nothing. You're watching and listening to live coverage of high school softball on The Score.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Well, Abby Carey and Skowhegan made a mess in the top of the second inning, but Carey able to wiggle out of it and leave the bases loaded. So we go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. Kaya Fairley, Riley Carey, and Natalie Cook, 3, 4, and 5 for the Riverhawks. Carey, or Fairley, that is, the first left-handed batter we've seen so far. Facing Kiera Morse. Swing and a miss on some serious heat, 0-1. That one was by her. 0-1 on Fairley. Morse with a no-hitter Tuesday against EL. We've had her clocked in the low 70s so far. The 0-1. Strike two.
64 on a bit of a
She took something
changeup.
off that one, huh?
Yep.
It still looked fast.
Oh, yeah.
0-2.
It had some dip on it, too.
So Fairley in the hole here, 0-2. Pop foul. She got a late swing on that. Goes out of play.
Whenever you see the catcher catch the ball with the fingers pointing to the ground, the ball's dipping.
0-2. Fairley will be followed by Carey. No score, bottom two.
Nice pitch.
Swing and a miss. That ball was in the catcher's glove before she swung at it. Strike three. And Carey is out of there.
Tough pitch. Good movement down and away from the left-handed hitter.
First strikeout for Kiera Morse. Carey is gone. Here's Cook. Cook, the right fielder. Did I miss one? That was Fairley who struck out. This is Carey.
Yep.
My bad. I did miss one. So Fairley struck out, and one ball taken there by Riley Carey.
Riley, formerly the number 3 hitter, moved down to the 5 spot.
One ball, no strikes. The pitch by Morse.
Nice.
Strike.
High heat.
1-1.
Time for the changeup.
One ball, one strike. The 1-1. That is low. 2 balls, 1 strike. No score, bottom of the second.
Girls singing in the dugout.
Skowhegan girls always do that. Love it. That's a strike. A little off that as well. 2-2.
61-mile-an-hour changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fastball.
It's amazing how that iPhone can do that,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Fastball, 10 miles an hour stronger. That's what you like.
The 2-2.
Nice.
Ooh, that just missed, and it is 3-2. Scott Gurney says a little bit outside. 3-2. Morse ready to pitch here to Carey. Back on that rubber.
Skowhegan needs a base runner.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 straight strikeouts. Carey fans. And here is Natalie Cook with 2 outs.
The one thing that I see about Miss Morse is, boy, she is in control out there. She's confident, she's solid, and she throws strikes.
The key being the word control. She's got plenty of that to go with that smoking fastball of hers. 2 outs, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And again, you can see Cook shaking her head there. She had no shot at that, strike 1.
Yeah, that's some heat.
0-1. 0-2. Blew that one right by her again.
70 miles an hour.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Watch out for the change.
0-2. Morse. High. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, and we talk about how hard she throws. The catcher has got to be equally adept at catching the ball.
1-2. Cook trying to stay alive. Here's the rock by Morse, the pitch. Change up, low. 2-2. On deck, if it gets that far, is Harper Turner.
And what I like on the changeup is she doesn't alter her velocity. I mean, her arm, it comes with a grip that's tight on the ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Morse fans the side, all swinging, nothing across. Wow. For Skowhegan, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We finished 2 full. No score. It's Oxford Hills nothing, Skowhegan nothing. You're watching live coverage of high school softball on the Score.
Tires? 201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Hermon and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Hermon location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
Mike Violet and John Coughlin back here live at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. Today's game is brought to you by Central Maine Community College, more than just a community college with over 40 academic degrees and certificates to choose from, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Find out more. Go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now at Central Maine Community College.
This Class A North, Mike, when you look at the standings, there are no dominant teams. They've all got
a bunch of losses.
Oxford Hills has 3 losses. That's the least. Everybody else 4, 5, 6. This is a wide open tournament.
So everybody is capable of beating everybody else.
Morse is on the mound. Oxford Hills has an advantage.
Natalie Campbell ready to face Abby Carey. No score, top of the 3rd. High and outside, 4-1. Monday, we've got boys lacrosse and a really good matchup between the Trape Academy Rangers and the Coney Rams. Trape Academy is really good this year.
It's a Southern team.
It is. 4 o'clock, we'll have it for you Monday afternoon. That ball is hit down the left field line, and a long run there for the left fielder. Clark can't reach it, foul ball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. So Monday, boys lacrosse, Trape Academy, the Rangers, and the Coney Rams. 4 o'clock, centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, YouTube, at Central Maine Sports.
Natalie got all of that on the sweet spot and drive that ball all the way to the fence, Mike, but foul.
1 ball, 1 strike. Wind is blowing out to left. That's a worm burner up there, 2-1. So Campbell, Morse, and Mahan, the iron of the Oxford Hills order, 2, 3, 4. Are you with me Monday?
I'm trying to be.
Okay.
Trying to get out of something.
John has grandfather duties and other stuff. You know, it's the busy life of a retiree.
Are you kidding?
That's a little pop-up. Second baseman ranges over, making the play there, Carey. And it is the first out of the inning.
And Abby Carey continues to throw strikes.
So a pop to the second baseman. Campbell is gone. Here is Morse, who was called out on strikes her first time.
Now, Kyra is not just a good pitcher. She's a good hitter.
Yep. That's why she's hitting third. Rolled up there, 4-1, 1 ball, no strikes. Kiara Morse will be followed by Cameron Mahan.
Was watching her in BP. She's got a short stride so she doesn't get fooled with off speed.
1 ball, no strikes. Low and away. 2 balls, no strikes.
This girl can generate some power now.
2-0. She's a great pitcher-hitter combination. The 2-0. Boy, and Carey being really careful, hasn't thrown anything near being a strike, and it's 3-0.
You don't want to put her on base, though.
That would not be advisable,
No.
but she's done nothing but put people on base the entire game. 4 runners stranded so far. Here's the 3-0.
Yep.
Strike. So Monday, Trape Academy and Coney, boys lacrosse at 4. Final regular season week. Crazy.
Yeah, it is.
We are almost on to the playoffs.
Tournaments are going to provide some fun playoffs.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Low, and that is ball 4. So another base runner. A one-out base runner is Kiera Morse.
And that's her third walk of the game.
And here is Mahan, who grounded right back to the box her first time. Mahan, the cleanup hitter, and the first baseman. She's also got power. Up, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Cindy Goddard, head coach of Oxford Hills, coaching down at third, sending signs all over the place.
Cindy, as a coach, loved batting practice. She's out in the outfield shagging fly balls.
She is active. Right back again to the pitcher. Carey gets 1. The throw to first, they get 2. 1-6-3. A twin killing started by Carey, and she just realized that is the second and third out of the inning, respectively, and that is the end of that. So the leadoff walk does not hurt at all. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless. Oxford Hills and Skowhegan. You're watching and listening to live coverage of high school softball on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin, and Ashley Knight back running camera for us again here this afternoon, live here at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. Kiera Morse and Abby Carey matching zeros, doing it differently so far. Carey putting runners all over the place, less heat on her fastball, but still has wiggled out of one major jam and a couple of other smaller jams. Morse, meanwhile, has been dominant, including striking up the side last inning.
She has. We've seen 2 double plays already, and I think you could go a whole season without seeing a softball double play.
Yeah, we saw a line out into a double play, which is not all that uncommon, but a 1-6-3 is a little bit uncommon.
And the ball was turned well at second base.
Boy,
great
job by Lydia Jones, sliding across that bag like a shortstop should, and made the strong, accurate throw to first to finish it off.
But Abby Carey made a great throw to her at second base, so she could do that.
Exactly. Here is Harper Turner, put it right in the middle of the bag. That is strike 1 on Turner, who's the DP. She's hitting for the center fielder, Lainey Wentworth. 0-1, and Morse has had a lot of those. The best first pitch is a strike, and she has done that a lot today. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
72 miles.
Pouring Coles.
72.
Just a pouring Coles. 0-2. Turner has been overmatched so far. Here it is. High, wasted 1, 1-2.
That's her rise ball, and that is awful tough to lay off of.
Looks tasty up there in the eyes.
Good job by Harper Turner to lay off.
Morse ready for the 1-2. Just missed. Trying to frame it there was Campbell, to no avail. 2-2.
Home plate umpire's having a great game, Mike.
Scott Gurney is our plate umpire today. Base umpire is Ken Ellingwood. Morse, the 2-2. On the inside corner, strike 3. Got her looking. 4 straight strikeouts now by Morse. 3 swinging, 1 looking.
And she's changing position on the plate to throw the ball.
Well, that one was on the inside corner.
It was, and it backed up the hitter, caught the inside plate.
1 out. Here's Maya Dudley, third baseman for the Riverhawks.
She's on a roll right now, Miss Morse.
4 strikeouts all in a row. Strike 1. Making it look awful easy right now.
You almost want to call time, step out, and change her rhythm.
You want to go through your Nomar Garcia-Pero routine right now.
As much
Check
as
the
legally
gloves,
as possible.
Hitch the belt, take the helmet off, fix your hair. That's up.
Because she's just getting the ball back there, getting position, and just rocking.
1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. The deal by Morse. Swing and a miss. Very late swing on a fastball. Up 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. On deck is Maya Dudley. Excuse me, on deck is Layla Clark. This is Maya Dudley now. Who's in the hole here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch by Morse. Little bouncer right back to her. Snags it with the glove. 2 outs.
Come back.
1-3.
Come back to the mound. And nice job. Make the play.
Softer throw this time.
Don't throw it through the first.
Did not need to throw a fastball there. 2 outs. Here's Clark, the left fielder.
Now, Mike, last game I saw Layla hit, I made a note that I think she's the best lower part of the lineup hitter in the state. That's my claim for this girl.
All right, she's the number 9 hitter. Can't get any lower.
She's a good hitter.
Let's see if she can get a knock in. Up and away, ball 1.
She keeps her hands back, short stride, and swings through the ball.
1 ball, no strikes. It's basically a cloudy day, but comfortable as it can be here in Skowhegan. 1 ball, no strikes. Morse deals. Swing and a miss on a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
No shame in swinging and missing on this girl.
Because you're going to do it a lot. Tough to catch up to her. 1-1, 2 outs, nobody on. No score, bottom of the 3rd. Skowhegan and Oxford Hills. Here it is. Down and in. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Oxford Hills had the best chance to score in the second with the bases loaded and could not. Carey shut him down. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Swing.
2-2.
Swinging right through that. She's just missing that pitch.
If you catch up to it, it's going to go someplace. The problem is you rarely do. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Clark ready. Here's the pitch from Morse, and it is outside, and the string is out now on Layla Clark. 3-2. On deck, Lydia Jones, the leadoff hitter. 3-2 with 2 outs and nobody on. Time called as Clark steps out. Morse spins that ball on her hip to the glove. To the wind, the pitch. Little pop-up into center field. That's a base hit. Making contact. What did John Coughlin just say that Layla Clark was probably that is the best bottom of the lineup hitter in the state?
Definitely.
And she proves him right with a single to center.
Definitely. I wrote those notes down the way she swings, and that girl is a natural hitter.
A single to center field, and that is the first hit of this game for either side, and here's Lydia Jones.
I'd let her run right now.
Absolutely.
Got a wide.
That's popped up. Should be a play for the first baseman, that is. Nobody took it. Nobody called it.
Well,
that's Mahan's ball all the way. You got to make that play.
It is the first baseman's job. She has the higher priority, and she's got to make that play.
How can somebody not call that?
Well, she saw the pitcher, Morse, coming off, and they didn't want to collide. So she tried to give way.
And you can't give an error to anybody on that. It's just a strike.
No.
So Lydia Jones with a life here.
Clark's going.
Here's the windup. The bunt is on. It's low. Clark is going. The ball is bobbled, and a wise no throw by Campbell. It is a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Clark steals second. Now a single.
Yep.
She could score. Jones normally makes contact. First time she bounced out to second.
Right person in the right spot.
1 ball, 1 strike. The Skowhegan leadoff hitter is Lydia Jones with Clark at second. The pitch. Made contact, but right back to the mound on 1 hop. And that is it, as Jones is retired. Second time she is grounded out. and Skowhegan strands a runner at second base. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We finished 3. Still nothing to choose between Skowhegan and Oxford Hills. It's Skowhegan nothing, Oxford Hills nothing. This is live coverage of high school softball on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm gonna be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way,
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
with over 40 programs,
I'm gonna be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
there is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Well, this one moving along at a rapid pace. We are less than an hour into this one after a 4-ish start, and we are already to the top of the 4th inning scoreless.
Do you know if an umpire says that to his buddy in a game he has to buy that night, you never say it's going smoothly. That always.
I didn't say it was going smoothly. I said it was going quickly.
Well, you've jinxed us now. We will be here until the crows
You
come
think
up.
so? We're going to call the game because of darkness? Is that what you're saying?
You
All
did
right.
it.
Here's Natasha Child, who walked and made it to second, was stranded there. Abby Carey starting off the 4th here and misses upstairs. Ball 1 to Natasha Child, who's the right fielder.
Had trouble with the lower part of the order in the 2nd inning.
She sure did. 1 ball, no strikes. Carey's been pitching from behind most of the game. It's a swing and a miss and a foul tip there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Umpire felt that one on the left shin.
Child, Day, and McPhail. 6, 7, 8.
Like the catcher, she's asking, are you okay?
Yep. Gilman checking with umpire Gurney. Gives her a favorable medical review. 1 ball, 1 strike. The bunt is on. It's low, 2-1.
Good take and good coverage by the Skowhegan third baseman.
2 balls, 1 strike. Abby Carey. No score. High and away. Ball 3. 3-1.
Abby's she's got a lot of confidence in her changeup. She throws it in tight situations.
3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. In there. On the knees. On the outside corner for a strike. 3-2.
This is a big pitch. Big pitch. Big time of the game right here.
Like to get the leadoff hitter for a change.
Yeah, you don't want her to get on.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Carey spins that ball, ready to deal. Here it is. Hit to right field. Coming in is Cook, and she makes the catch. Looked a little shaky, but she came in. Is she wearing a first baseman's mitt? Almost looks like one, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And thank God she did, because she needed all glove to make that catch. It was dipping quick.
It sure was. So a fly ball to right. And so look at that. Abby Carey gets the leadoff hitter. And here is Allison Day, who reached on an error by the third baseman her first time. So Carey retires the first hitter she faces. 1 out. Late swing, strike 1 on Day.
Abby seems to be throwing the ball a little bit harder. Let's check that out.
She's loosened up a little bit. Took her 3 innings to stretch it out.
Or maybe her nerves are gone.
Could be. 1 strike on Day. Here's the pitch. Off the end of the bat, maybe a play for the first baseman. Fairly down, can't reach it.
Boy, that was the same situation we saw last half inning.
Ball wasn't hit nearly as high as the previous one, but the same spot, that's for sure.
That was 64 miles an hour, so she is inching up.
Up a tick. Up just a tick. 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. We are in the 4th, no score. Low. 1-2. This game coming as advertised, with that being there's hardly anything to choose between these two teams. Skowhegan beat Oxford Hills down there 5-2 on May 12th. The 1-2. Took a little off, missed upstairs. 2-2 on deck.
And who knows, Mike? These two teams may meet again in 2 weeks.
Could be. Samantha McPhail is in the on-deck circle. The 2-2. Down and in, 3-2. They met in the then Eastern Maine final a couple of years ago at UMaine, and Oxford Hills walked off Skowhegan before they went on to win it all. Carey ready for the 3-2. Here is the windup and the pitch. Ground ball. It is wide of third. Goddard and the third baseman Dudley both right there. Neither could get a hand on it. It is a foul ball, and it stays 3-2.
Carey's thrown a lot of pitches. She's gone full count. A lot of people.
I don't know how these girls can pitch 3 times a week like they do. It's amazing. Here it is. Got her. Called strike 3, inside corner.
Great pitch.
2 outs, 1, 2, 3 strikeouts now for Abby Carey. 2 outs, and here is McPhail, who put a bunt down. Umpire said that it hit her, so she was out 2 unassisted in fair ground.
Yeah, for you to be called out, both feet have got to be out of the batter's
Out of the box. Very, very outside. Ball 1. So Abby Carey looking for a 1-2-3 inning. She only faced 3 batters last inning, but that was because of a 1-6-3 double play. The 1-0. High pop-up into short center field. Center fielder is there, and Wentworth makes the play, and there is the first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game for Abby Carey. Nothing across for Oxford Hills in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still scoreless. Oxford Hills nothing, Skowhegan nothing. You're watching and listening to live coverage of high school softball on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking for a way to heat your home while staying within your budget? A home heating loan from Connected Credit Union is the perfect solution. We've got you covered with an affordable way to keep warm this winter. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing a heating and cooling system or replacing your windows. Making your home more energy efficient isn't just an investment in your home, it's an investment in your lifestyle. Contact our loan team for more details or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Membership eligibility required.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin back here at Skowhegan High School. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still scoreless. Kiera Morse and Abby Carey in a pitcher's duel. And here is Abby Carey to lead it off. Carey's been up once, and she bounced out to second.
Need some base runners. Need to move them along, and someone needs to score a run.
Oxford Hills has come the closest to doing that, loading the bases with 1 out in the 2nd, but Carey, who's up now, wiggled out of it. Same grip on that bat with the hands a little bit apart. The bunt right down in front. The throw is in time. Goddard. Good play out of the catcher's box by Adelaide Campbell. Threw it inside the baseline and retires Abby Carey 1 out.
And because of the speed necessary, the second baseman did a great job covering first base in time.
So 2-4 on the putout on the bunt. And here's Gilman, who lined a short.
Corners remain in, thinking bunt.
She got a little separation on the hands, too.
Yeah.
Maybe because she is looking. But no, hits a high fly ball to left. Cooper back, has plenty of time, and makes the catch.
Boy, she hit that ball squarely.
Got under it just a little bit.
You know, they may be timing her up better the second time through, Mike.
Fly ball to left by Gilman. Here is Fairley, who struck out.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6 had the hardest time in the second inning. Let's see if they can time her up.
Fairley was the first of 4 consecutive strikeouts by Morse to begin the second. 2 outs, nobody on. Morse looking for a rocking chair inning. Spiked foul. Wow. On deck hitter there. Had to turn away Riley Carey for fear of her life. That was a bullet. 1 strike. 0-1.
Coach Johnson saying, get the barrel through.
2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 4th. Upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Carey.
66 miles an hour.
She's been as high as 73. 1-1. Here it is. Spiked foul again, and again a very late swing. 1-2.
It's trying to time her up, but you'll fall over on a changeup.
She's not doing it yet.
No, but she's trying to time it up. It's a good time for a changeup.
She's primed for a changeup. Morse has not had a good one so far today.
Doesn't need one.
1 ball, 2 strikes, exactly. Here it is. Well, she straightened that out a little bit. That one went over the dugout, so it stays at 1-2.
Listen, Kaya is battling up there. Need to be a little bit quicker with the hands.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on, no score. Bottom of the 4th. Kiera Morse ready. Here's the windup, the 1-2 pitch. Inside corner, strike 3. And Fairley strikes out for the second time. 1 swinging, 1 looking. A 1-2-3 inning right there for Kiera Morse. Nothing across. We have finished 4. And the score, Oxford Hills nothing, Skowhegan nothing. This is live coverage of high school softball on The Score.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. Because every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Line scores through 4 for the Oxford Hills Vikings. No runs, no hits, 1 error. They left 4 for Skowhegan. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they have left 1. So we go to the 5th inning, and Emma Cooper will lead it off. The left fielder, up once, has walked.
Yeah, and again, the top of the order, the bottom of the order, nothing. You got to get a runner on base to make it work. Anyway.
Cooper ready to face Abby Carey. Has held Oxford Hills hitless.
Yep, third baseman
was
back.
And that's foul.
Got the third baseman even with the bag, and that's worth a try.
0-1.
And she won't be even with the bag now.
Right. Dudley comes in about a third of the way down the line.
Which is an advantage to the hitter, if you can pull the ball now.
The count is 0-1. Carey, again. Bunch shown, swings away, swings and misses, strike 2. 0-2 on Cooper. Oliveira, the center fielder, number 9 hitter on deck.
Such a difficult thing to do. Square away, come back and try to hit.
A lot of movement there that doesn't help a hitter at all. 0-2.
Nice
a parachute. That one was almost going backwards, strike 3.
I don't know. Emma Cooper may have hurt herself trying to swing at that one.
I would have thrown my back out on that pitch.
Yeah, I almost did watching it.
She could have swung twice at that and not hit it either time.
Oh, my goodness.
That was a great changeup there. Carey's got a beauty, and here is Oliveira, who popped a short to Lydia Jones her first time.
The best part of it is she kept the changeup down so the hitter couldn't get to it.
1 out. High. Ball 1.
Brought some heat there.
5 in a row retired by Carey.
She did this in the middle innings the last time we saw her.
Yep.
She got stronger after the early innings.
The 1-0. Bends her back. 2-0. Was that against Mount Blue?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So. We were here.
I was glad you said it because I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
I'm older than you are. I need
You're one
you
of
to
the
tell
few
me.
people around me in my life that's older than me.
I've been trying to place who the team was.
Here's the 2-0. Hit down the left field line. That'll make it foul. I have a high school classmate, Chris Perry, one of my best friends, who turned 65 yesterday. And I see the notification on Facebook that he's turning 65, and I thought, so am I in 6 weeks. So, of course, I did take the opportunity to call him an old you-know-what.
Yep.
And I knew full well that he was going to respond with, you will be an old blank yourself in 6 weeks. That's low and away. When
I was AD at Gardner, I remember when I turned 40, the school board ordered black flowers, and they sent them to me.
40.
I think they were trying to tell me something. Get out.
40. God, I would love to be turning 40. That would be so great.
Oh, God, that seems like a lifetime
wow,
ago.
That's because it was.
It was.
Swing and a line and a catch there by Dudley. The play of the game by Maya Dudley, taking a base hit away there from Maddie Oliveira. 2 outs.
All out leveled, and great play by the third baseman.
Put a star beside that one. 2 outs. And if you're going to win a game like this, you need plays like that. And Maya Dudley made it. 2 outs. Here is Gigi DeVivo, who's been up twice, has lined to third. It was a little easier play and struck out. She takes ball 1.
If you can get this hitter, you split up the top of the order. So advantage Skowhegan with an out here.
1 ball, no strikes on Gigi DeVivo. 2 outs, nobody on. Up and away, thanks to some great defense by Dudley at third. That would have surely been a single.
What I like about Abby is when she gets behind in the count, it doesn't seem to faze her. She comes right back.
2 balls, no strikes. Carey deals. Low, 3-0. So Carey hasn't walked anybody since Morse in the third.
Yes.
But she's on the cusp here. Got to come back and challenge DeVivo. 3-0. Ball 4, she did not. So DeVivo, a 2-out walk here in the 5th. Here is Adelie Campbell. Campbell has reached on an error by the third baseman and popped to second.
And listen, it's time to make something happen, so beware of the runner going.
Yep, DeVivo can run. 2 outs.
As a pitcher, you want to try to throw fastballs now if the runner's going.
Campbell 0 for 2. Carey's pitch is low, so she has missed on 5 straight. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Here it is. 2-0, runner bluffs. And boy, if Gilman had pulled the trigger right off, she might have had her at first.
Well, I think these secondary leads are trying to get the throw behind the runner so that they can take the extra base.
2 balls, no strikes. Good hitters count. For Adelie Campbell, runner at first with 2 outs. No score, 3-0, runner throw. Got her! Gilman with a gun. Gets DeVivo at second base, and Carey gets out of another jam on the great throw there by Gilman. Let's see if we can.
The biggest thing about this, Mike, if we can see it, is she throws her out from her knees. And you don't see that much in high school softball.
Right.
Watch the catcher here. As the runner goes, the pitch is inside, so she falls to the left, and she throws out the runner from her knees. Unbelievable.
Great throw, and Jones with a great job to pull that back and get the tag on. And so that's it. The 5th inning, top of the 5th inning is over with nobody left on, and We remain scoreless. Oxford Hills and Skowhegan. More high school softball, bottom of the 5th for the Riverhawks coming up next on The Score.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Well, it's getting late early in this one, that's for sure. We're already to the bottom of the 5th inning here, and for Skowhegan, it's Riley Carey, Natalie Cook, and Harper Turner. And for the Riverhawks, that's 5, 6, and 7 against Kiera Morse, who's given up just 1 hit. Meanwhile, Abby Carey hasn't given up any.
5, 6, and 7 for Skowhegan are all strikeout victims. Second time through, let's see if they've timed her fastball up.
Carey struck out swinging her first time. Gets some encouraging words from Lee Johnson down in the third base coach's box.
Now that's good hitter's music right there, Mike.
Sure is. 1 hit by Layla Clark. That's it for Skowhegan. That's a strike. On the corner at the knees, 0-1 to Carey. Carey, the second baseman, followed by Cook, the right fielder, and Turner, the DP. No score, bottom of the 5th. The 0-1. Check swing. She got a piece of that?
Foul.
Yes.
Yep.
0-2. So in the hole here for Skowhegan Riley Carey, no balls, 2 strikes.
This is a tough hole to be in because she's got all types of locations to throw this pitch.
Center fielder pulled over a little bit toward left. That's Oliveira. Strike 3. Got her. And so called out looking is Carey. Second time she's fanned today. 1 swinging, 1 looking. 1 out. Here's Cook. She was a strikeout victim her first time swinging.
Rocking chair right now.
Morse is in a groove. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball right by her inside corner. She swung through it and missed. 0-1. Morse has retired 4 in a row since the base hit. The 0-1. Downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike on deck for Skowhegan. Harper Turner, the DP.
1 over the minimum, Mike.
It's pretty impressive. 1-1 to Natalie Cook, the Riverhawks right fielder. Spiked foul to the right off the front of the Oxford Hills dugout. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No score. Bottom 5. Morse and Carey in a mega pitcher's duel. That is upstairs, 2-2.
Boy, I think these teams could play each other 10 times, Mike. They might each
Split.
win 5.
Yep. Good pitching, good defense. And let's face it, this is a game of pitching and defense. Changeup that missed. It's 3-2.
This would be a big base runner.
So Gilman trying to draw a 1-out walk or maybe put one in play. 3 balls, 2 strikes ahead of Harper Turner on deck. Morse. The 3-2. Low. Oh, it's on the inside corner, and looking back as Gilman, she couldn't believe it. She is called out, second straight batter that Morse has gotten looking. 2 outs. Cook thought she got a walk on that. Here is Turner, who also was called out on strikes her first time.
I think she thought the ball was down, Mike, but if it's close, you got to be swinging the bat now.
2 outs, nobody on. The pitch. Way out in front of that, 0-1. She tried to time it and did not.
I mean, she's got a fastball, she's got a super fastball, and then she's got a changeup. And all of them move, Mike.
3 pretty quality pitches. 0-1. Here's the windup. Here's the 0-1. Strike on the inside corner. That's been there for umpire Gurney all day.
Yeah, move the batter back off the plate.
0-2. Morse trying to fan the side for the second time in the game. And she does. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 looking, 1 swinging, nothing across, and nothing to choose between these 2 ball clubs. After 5, we go to the 6th. Oxford Hills nothing, Skowhegan nothing. This is a beauty for sure. This is high school softball on The Score.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
Today's game is presented by our friends at Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Find them online, cmautogroup.com. That's cmautogroup.com. We go to the 6th inning, and Abby Carey has still not allowed a hit to the other team yet. And it is Adelie Campbell who was up when Gigi DeVivo got thrown out stealing or trying to steal. So it is Campbell, Morris, and Mahan, 2, 3, and 4 against Carey.
Yeah, meat of the order, Mike. This is a big inning right here because if she can get these out, she may not see these hitters again.
One real problematic inning for Carey. That was the second. Bases loaded, 1 out. She got out of it. So here is Campbell, who has reached on an air pop to second.
The prettiest 1-6-3 double play you'd ever see.
Sure was. Yep, beautifully done. Carey with a great throw, leading Jones at second, who fired to first to get the twin killing. Low and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Adelie Campbell, the catcher.
Adelie's had some good swings here today in the first and the third inning.
1-0. The 1-0. Low, 2-0. On deck, Kiera Morse.
Working behind a lot of hitters,
Yeah.
Mike.
That's been a theme for her today. She is pitching a game where she has not given up a base hit, despite the fact that she has been behind a lot. The 2-0. 3-0, and she's had a lot of these, a lot of 3-0 counts.
She has.
She's come back every single time. And not only kept Oxford Hills scoreless, she's kept them without a safety. The 3-0. Ball 4. That one wasn't even close. So Campbell, a 4-pitch walk.
Now, do you bunch your number 3 hitter?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? I'd give her 1 swing.
Well, they will, especially for a 4-pitch walk.
I'll give her 1 swing. Then she's going to bunt. Did she go to bunt camp? Good question. I haven't seen her bunt yet. So I'll answer that after I see her attempt to bunt.
Her hands are squeezing back.
Mike's bunt camp.
This isn't bunt.
Ball. That's 5 straight wide of the strike zone.
Yeah, she'll at least take a strike before they'd have her bunt.
We used to have a slide to put up on the screen for Mike's bunt camp. I don't know what happened to it. Ryan Bell made one last year. I'll have to try to find that.
Bunt camp?
Mike's bunt camp. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes. 6 straight wide of the strike zone. So she's going to take all the way as far as I'm concerned until she throws the strike.
Might be a good time for a chat with a coach. Settle down here.
Well, no chat, just some signs.
No harm done.
2 balls, no strikes on Morse. Carey, a fat one into left field, a base hit. There goes your no-hitter. Morris with a solid hard ground single into left. And the Oxford Hills Vikings are in business. They have their first base hit, and they have runners on first and second. No one out for Cameron Mahan, their cleanup hitter.
Who bounded into a double play, and you certainly don't want that if you're Oxford Hills. So I'd be looking to lay the ball down.
1-6-3 last time. Will they bunt their cleanup hitter?
Pitcher's got to get off the mound to make this play.
Nobody out, 2 on. In the 6th, no score. Fouled back. 0-1.
Yeah, maybe you don't put her in the 4-hole to bunt.
You don't. That's not why she's there, that's for sure. And she was swinging away.
Nobody outrunners at first and second. You need one to win.
Skowhegan has 6 more outs at the plate. We are in the top of the 6th inning. No score, but Oxford Hills the first 2 on with nobody out, and they're cleaning up hitter up. There's the bunt right back to the box. The
Nice
throw to
play.
third. God, no! Boy, from the naked eye, it looked like she was out. Let's take a look at the Mid-State Machine instant replay.
Umpire's right there. He's all over it. It was close.
There
Bunt
it
was
is.
up. Nice play by the pitcher, and the throw, it's tight. It's tight. And that you don't go to the home plate umpire now and ask him if he thinks differently.
No, you can't.
You can't do that. These guys are here to make the calls.
So a fielder's choice, and Mahan is on, and they're loaded with nobody out for Natasha Child, who has walked and flied to right. A golden opportunity for a crooked number here for Oxford Hills, loaded with nobody out.
Got to cut the runoff at the plate. You got to bring him in.
The first pitch to Child. Low, ball 1. Good stop there by Gilman. 1 ball, no strikes.
A lot of teams would not bring the second baseman in on the throwback to the pitcher. Skowhegan does. Well played.
1 ball, no strikes, no outs, and they're loaded up over our heads, 1-1. You flinch, John?
A bit.
You got a roof and a screen in front of you. What do you want? And the and the quick hands of Ashley Knight. What do you want?
I'm protecting you.
Right. 1 ball, 1 strike. In a scoreless game in the 6th inning, a bouncer. Back to the pitcher. The throw home. They get 1 there. They'll settle for that. So Carey makes the right play. A force out at home. 1 out. And they're still loaded.
How hard is it here to score a run?
Very. So yet another fielder's choice. Child is on. Morse goes to third. Mahan to second. Child to third. Here's Allison Day. Day has reached on an error and been called out on strikes.
She needs another K here. You got to light her up.
Got to get a strikeout here or another one of what you just got.
Yeah.
Right at an infielder.
We've seen a double play by Skowhegan.
1 out. Upstairs, ball 1. A lot of movement on the infield, but there's nowhere to go. The key is the runner at third has nowhere to go. 1 ball, no strikes.
Infield is certainly in.
Here's the wind up the pitch. That's spiked off the hands and foul, and it's 1-1.
That would have been a big play if the first baseman could have gotten to that.
1 ball, 1 strike. Carey trying to wiggle out of her second bases loaded jam in the game. She had the bases loaded 1 out in the 2nd and did it. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the 6th. She's got 1 out so far. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
She's pumped. Abby is pumped.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Samantha McPhail, 0 for 2 on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Day. Carey deals. Ground ball to shortstop. The throw home by Jones. Got her.
Play.
Dropped afterwards, but well afterwards.
Transfer.
2 outs. Great throw by Lydia Jones. Didn't panic, didn't rush it. Just made the play. And another fielder's choice. And out at home is Kiera Morse. Mahan goes to third. Child to second. Day on at first with our 3rd consecutive fielder's choice. So 2 outs now, and it's up to Samantha McPhail, who was out when she bunted and the ball hit her out of the batter's box. Her first time, she flied to center last time. And Carey now 2/3 of the way out of another bases-loaded jam.
What a great play by Lydia Jones to field it cleanly and throw a strike to the plate.
The lack of panic there, wow. So here is Carey to McPhail. Ground ball, shortstop. No, they can't get her, and the run scores. A little bobble after the stab there by Lydia Jones, and that's what cost her a chance to get an out. I'm giving them a base hit on that.
Absolutely. She beat the throw. It's got to be a base hit, but just a little bit of a bobble, Mike. But a great play. She made it close.
It was that close. A hard ground ball. Let's see if I've preserved the replay. Let's go back and take a look. This will be a long one.
Well, the backhand is made. She throws from her knees.
Yeah, sorry, I was
but
late
just
on.
a bit of a bobble, and the timing made her safe.
Late on the trigger there. So coming in to score is Mahan.
Yep.
And the bases are still loaded. McPhail gets an RBI and a base hit.
And I like the fact that the Skowhegan girls got together because this out is just as big.
Sure is. Got to keep it right here. Emma Cooper has walked and struck out. 1-0 Oxford Hills as they scratch a run across on an infield single, which is appropriate in this game. Swing and a miss, strike one. Cooper again is 0 for 1 with a walk. 1-0 Vikings over the Riverhawks. It took to the 6th to get a run in this ballgame. Change is high, 1-1.
Good secondary leads by all three runners.
Skowhegan has 6 outs left against Kiera Morse. 1-1. High fly into center field. Center fielder ranges over. Wentworth makes the catch. And that is it. The Oxford Hills Vikings leave the bases loaded, but they just narrowly pushed across a run on one base hit, on an infield base hit. There were 3 fielders' choices in the inning and 3 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Finally, a run. 1 run, and that's it. It's Oxford Hills 1, Skowhegan nothing. This is high school softball on the score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
There's money in your unwanted metal. Clark Scrap Metals pays top dollar for any cars, trucks, or scrap metal that you want to get rid of. Stop over, we'll weigh it and give you a check. Got a big job that needs a major cleanup? We'll drop off and pick up 1 or more of our roll-off containers for residential or commercial work. And at Clark's, we crush cars. We travel statewide and offer fair prices. Locally owned for 3 generations, no one knows scrap metal like Clark's. In Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. Online at clarkscrapmetals.com.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin back here at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. The Oxford Hills Viking. Wow, what is this? Kiera Morse. What happened?
I did not see it.
What happened to Kiera Morse?
We don't know, but she's coming off with an
She is
ankle injury.
being helped off the mound.
I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Goodness gracious sakes alive. I apologize. I was looking at my scorebook.
Me too.
And all of a sudden, John and I look up, and Morse is being helped off the field.
Well,
Did she twist an ankle during her warm-ups?
I don't think the catcher was out there. I'm not sure she threw any pitches, Mike. She just turned and...
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish I could push a button and get 1 minute of the last replay, but we only can go back and grab the last 25 seconds, so that happened well beyond 25 seconds ago, and I apologize.
Well,
there's really no reason for us to be looking out there between innings as we're trying to get our scorebooks right and all of that stuff. You look up, and there's Morse being helped off the field.
And this certainly is a different story
Wow, of
now.
course. It's huge. It's huge. So what to do for Cindy Goddard. Talk about a major development as Kiera Morse had struck out the last 4 batters. The last batter of the 4th inning, all the Skowhegan hitters in the 5th inning, and struck out 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the game, pitching a 1-hitter with a 1-0 lead, and then all of a sudden you look up, and Morse is being walked off the field with help on either side. So no idea what happened. We'll try to find out what happened. But meanwhile, we are going to get a new Oxford Hills pitcher. Cindy Goddard, the Vikings coach, you see her going out to the mound right now.
Well, you see the people looking into the dugout. They're saying, what's going to happen to our season? I mean...
Well, it depends on the severity. I mean, it might be a cramp for all we know.
It could be. I mean, it appeared to be her right ankle, which is her push-off foot. That's the one that she was holding up as she was walking off.
So we'll try to get a report from downstairs on what happened to Morse. So
Skowhegan AD's down there now, Mike.
Goddard out there to calm the troops down. You see your ace who's rolling through this game. You finally get her a lead. Granted, the slimmest of leads, but a lead to pitch with. She struck out the last 4, and all of a sudden she is hobbling off. Not actually. She couldn't put any weight on it whatsoever. She leaves the field, and so it looks as if...
Is it Emma Cooper, I think? We'll see. I'm not sure, but there's... Yeah, it's Emma Cooper that's going to take over on the hill.
So Cooper is going to come in from left and pitch. So talk about a catastrophic development here for Oxford Hills.
Yeah.
So Cooper comes in to pitch. She'll, I assume, be given all of the time that she needs.
Yeah. They don't need long.
No, it's actually not going to be Cooper.
No, it's not. No.
It's 11 who is coming in.
I do not have her, Mike.
Well, let's take a look here. That is Peyton Cleveland.
Peyton Cleveland.
So Peyton Cleveland is on.
I'm assuming she's going to go into that 3 spot for Morse.
So Cleveland takes her warm-up pitches.
Oh, yeah.
She was not in the game.
Right.
So she does not have to be replaced. No, excuse me. She was at third base.
Yes.
So Cleveland comes over from third base, and it looks like Cooper has come in from the outfield to play third base because she's taking some ground balls at third now. So she'll come in for left. We'll find out who's going to scoot out to left field. Let's see.
Cleveland was the designated player. She did not hit, but the designated player hit for her.
So she is ready to pitch. And 18 is going to left field for the Vikings. And, of course,
wow.
Is that 18 or 19? That's 19.
19.
So that's Samantha McPhail.
Yes.
Who is going to left field.
Yep. And let's see what we have here in Peyton Cleveland.
So Peyton Cleveland, right-hander, in for Kiera Moore. Swing and a miss. A little over-anxious there for Skowhegan's Maya Dudley. Strike 1.
Not the velocity you found with Morse, but good movement on the ball.
So it's 0-1. 0-2.
We're finding out that the injury was knee-related, and she did have a brace on that.
So she aggravated what appears to be an existing injury.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, and that was an at-bat that Dudley almost gave up there. Swung at 3 balls way out of the strike zone. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, she's gone.
Cleveland's got a foot of movement on that ball, and they've got to go to right field if they're going to swing at that outside
I'm not
pitch.
sure if any of those were strikes.
I don't believe so, but she's got great movement on it.
1 up, 1 out. Here's Clark with a single, the only hit for Skowhegan.
And good take right there.
So here's again the situation with Kiera Moore. She was wearing a knee brace already and aggravated that right knee injury and is out for the game. So a huge development there. That's a ball, a spinner up there, 2-0.
You need a base
Skowhegan looking for the tying run.
Yep.
They have 5 outs to play with.
Layla Clark, the only base hit for Skowhegan thus far.
1 for 1. Cleveland misses. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes.
You can see the good movement on the pitch. The ball starts down the middle, but it slides outside.
3-0 here for Clark. Here's the pitch. That's on the inside corner for a strike. 3-1. On deck for the Riverhawks, top of the order, Lydia Jones. So these Skowhegan hitters have to feel like they have a new lease on life with Morse out of there. 3-1. Ball 4. There's the tying run on.
And Layla Clark once again gets on base.
She's been on twice. Here's Lydia Jones. Jones has grounded to second and grounded back to the pitcher.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see her going. She runs well. There's separation at second base.
Here's the pitch. Ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Jones. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Oxford Hills 1, Skowhegan nothing. The score that you see on the screen, disregard. Hit well to left. That's going to be down. Dropped by the left fielder.
Get back.
McPhail throws it back in. Official score.
That is a shot to left field, base hit.
That is a base hit for Lydia Jones. That might be the best hit ball of the day.
Yeah.
And to second is Clark. So the tying run is on second, the go-ahead run at first. And here is Abby Carey with a chance to help herself. Carey today is 0 for 2.
Sun in full support here. Nice.
The bunt down. Third baseman fakes and they get the out at first and the ball thrown away.
No.
Coming home. No, going back, and wisely going back there is the runner on third, Layla Clark.
The play of the game was made by the left fielder, Sam McPhail.
Who backed it up.
Who backed up the throw, or we would have had a tie game. Great defensive play by McPhail.
So Carey is out 5-3, and the runners move up to second and third.
Well, going for the win, Mike.
Clark at third, Jones at second. Here's Natalie Gilman. They're going to walk her for the cleanup hitter, Fairley.
Interesting.
So an intentional walk, a force at any base. And here's Fairley, who has struck out swinging and struck out looking.
A walk now.
And let's see.
We're going to pinch run. And
All right.
Addie Lynch is going to
Lynch
pinch run.
is going to run for Gilman, the catcher. And here's Fairley.
Now, Fairley has struck out twice. You've got to make this pitcher throw strikes because she's a little bit off right now.
Boy, there's a gap to right center field.
Oh.
If you hit it out there, you could run for days. They are not playing her properly at all right now with a change of pitchers. If Morse was still out there, yeah.
Fairley's not overmatched now. She can swing through this.
0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Line drive, it hits the pitcher. The throw to home, out!
Nice call.
What a great play by Peyton Cleveland. First of all, to defend her own life there, and then secondly, to have the composure to pick that up and throw it to Campbell and get the base runner at home. What a great play by Peyton Cleveland.
Gonna see it right here. The ball.
Let's hope we can see it.
Well, the ball is shot. And, Mike, you're right. We would have been calling an ambulance had she not got her hands up.
Oh, man, you talk about a bang-bang play at home.
And the catcher had reached out, got the ball just in time.
Just in the nick of time there. A great play by Peyton Cleveland, who comes on in relief of Kiera Morse. You talk about a pressure-packed situation. And with the go-ahead run at second base, the tying run at third base, she makes this play, again, knocks it down, picks it up, woo, and the right call by the umpire.
No question.
The replay shows that the umpire made the right call, and that is the end of a wild and woolly and wacky bottom of the 6th inning where Skowhegan loads the bases for the first time, and they can't score. Apparently loading the bases is a curse here today, other than Oxford Hills last inning.
Yeah, that big play, but a bigger play by the pitcher and the catcher. The catcher had good stride out into the ball.
So for Fairley, that's a fielder's choice. Yep. And out at home on the play, Layla Clark score that 1-2. The line score as we go to the 7th inning for Oxford Hills, a run, a hit, and an error. Ones across the board. And for Skowhegan, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Left on base, 7 for Oxford Hills, 4 for Skowhegan. My goodness, that play by Cleveland was absolutely tremendous.
Life or death, I'd say. Goodness.
Literally in life-saving mode, knocked the ball down and then had the presence of mind to pick it up and fire it to the catcher, Adley Campbell, and just beat the base runner by a hair. So we go to the top of the 7th inning. And for Oxford Hills here in the 7th inning, it is Matty Oliveira, 9-1-2. Oliveira, DeVivo, and Campbell. Oliveira is 0 for 2. Great play by Dudley at third on a line drive last time.
Sure was.
So Carey just looking to keep it here with 3 outs to go. The bunt foul. This one has been a wing dinger.
Sure has. We've seen a little bit of everything. Well-played game. Great pitching, great hitting, timely hitting, but great defense.
Tremendous defense. With the play of plays made by Peyton Cleveland in relief of Kiera Morse, who left with a knee injury. The 0-1. Lined, and it's off the third baseman's glove, but a foul ball.
Good call.
A foul ball. Now, if that ball, which hit her glove in foul ground, had bounced into fair ground?
It's not the feet. It's where the ball is touched.
Okay, gotcha.
Before the bag. So disregard the feet. Where does the glove touch the ball?
1 ball, 2 strikes. Oliveira leading off here in the 7th. 1-0 Oxford Hills. This one has been a beauty. Carey. The 1-2. Change is high and outside.
You don't want to put this runner on with the
No,
top
sir.
of the order coming up. 2 runs would make it
It's a lot.
huge.
2-2. High and outside, 3-2.
We may not get a chance to say it again, but Abby Carey's pitched a great game.
She has.
She's just pitched a great game.
Against a very good lineup.
No hitter up until last inning.
3-2. Carey ready. Here is the rock. The 3-2 pitch is fouled back. Trying to look over there and see if we can see.
She's got an ice pack on her knee, her right knee. That is so much torque for a pitcher in that right leg, a right-handed pitcher.
Indeed, a lot of pressure and torque for sure. And the way she throws. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Low, 3-2.
We hope she can bounce back because she's one of the premier players in the state.
Unquestionably. She's an absolute stud. 3-2. Carey has gone full again. Half a dozen times in this game. Abby ready. Here's the rock, the pitch. Popped up, short left. This is trouble. It falls in. On it is Clark. It'll just be a single. And just off the end of the bat, found open space out there. And the leadoff hitter is on Oliveira.
Now, no matter what happens, no matter what Gigi DeVivo does, you've got to get an out here.
DeVivo, the leadoff hitter, has lined to third, struck out, and walked. She was also caught stealing.
Bunt situation.
Foul. 0-1.
And with the third baseman charging, and I think the catcher just asked Abby, make sure you cover the first baseline, because with the third baseman charging, Carey has to get in front into the first baseline.
Vikings looking for a pad run, leading 1-0. We are on the top of the 7th, nobody out. The bunt, foul. 0-2.
She wants to push that ball right at the third baseman. And let's see what Cindy Garter does now, Mike, if the bunt remains on.
0-2.
Good time to send the runner.
Here it is. Foul tipped, and a life for DeVivo. Spoiling that one.
Good cut.
DeVivo in the hole, 0-2. 1-0 Oxford Hills, top of the 7th. Carey. Popped up. Shortstop Jones has a beat on it, makes the catch in fair territory. So Carey induces a pop-up, and DeVivo is gone, 1 out.
Heads-up play by Maddie Oliveira to tag up on that play.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. She was a free runner after that.
There's Adley Campbell, who has reached on an error, popped to second, and walked. One out in the 7th. Carey trying to keep this a 1-0 ball game. The pitch. Low and away, ball 1.
Oxford Hills looking for a gapper to score that run.
They play Campbell straight up. 1 ball, no strikes. Carey. To shortstop. You don't want to hit it there. Jones gets one. No! Dropped by the second baseman, Carey. All hands are safe.
Second baseman a little bit slow getting to the bag, so she tried to catch the ball on the run and couldn't handle it.
That's an E4.
Yep.
So Campbell is on. Jones backhanded that ball with her glove actually turned in the wrong direction, but still made an accurate throw, and Carey couldn't handle it. First and second with 1 out. And here
this is Peyton Cleveland.
Is Cleveland, who will hit for the first time. Actually, no, that is not Cleveland. 17.
Carissa Morse.
Carissa Morse.
Yeah.
So Morse swings and misses at strike 1. Morse, it's the sister of Kiera, so sister hitting for sister. And Carissa is a sophomore. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Interesting if she toes the mound at all.
Yeah. They're both, let's see, Kiera is a junior and Carissa is a sophomore. So there would be 1 year there where she would have a chance.
Nice.
Ground ball, wide of third. No stop by the third baseman. The attempt to tag, they got her.
You got to call her out. She's out of the baseline.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
So out of the baseline.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Out of the baseline there is Oliveira. She is out 5 unassisted.
When the players can't reach her because she runs out of the baseline, she has to be called out.
So that means Campbell gets second. Morse is on at first on the fielder's choice. Man, we've had a few fielder's choices in this game, haven't we? And
Ball's
here,
put in play.
Cameron Mahan, 2 outs. Mahan back to the pitcher, a 1-6-3 double play, and guess what? She didn't do a fielder's choice.
This is a big
and
hit.
It drove in the run. Or she scored the run, I should say. To right field, Sunfield, Cook fall.
Oh.
She fell down. 1 run will score.
Too bad.
Have to give her a base hit on that, and it's 2-0.
And no one feels worse than Layla Clark in right field. That's had Sunfield all over it, but she slipped and couldn't catch up to the ball.
Yeah, it was Cook.
Sorry.
So Morse is over to third. Campbell scores on the play. Second Oxford Hills run. It is 2-0, and here is Mahan. Mahan back to the pitcher. Dropped. Has time. Airmails it to first. And the wheels have fallen off the wagon here for Skowhegan in the 7th inning. Another run in to score. It is 3-0.
Well, she fielded the ball well, but just dropped the ball, lost her concentration, and as you said, Mike, airmailed it over the first baseman's head.
So Morse in to score. Mahan is to third.
Coach Johnson out on the mound to settle them down. Girls, we have 3 more outs. We got to get out of the inning.
You have 3 at-bats against Kiera Morse. Child is on at second now after that. And you have to give Child a base hit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here is Allison Day. Day is 0 for 3. And Carey just trying to stop the bleeding and keep it a 3-run deficit for she and her teammates in the bottom of the 7th. So errors, some well-placed base hits, and a slip in right field. That ball is looped into left, and the left fielder back, and Clark makes the play, and that is it. But pad runs, not just 1, but 2 for the Oxford Hills Vikings. And they have a 3-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th. We'll straighten it all out for you in the bottom of the 7th. The score as we go to last call for Skowhegan. Oxford Hills 3, Skowhegan nothing. Bottom of 7th next on the score.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay? It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way. Okay, Mom.
Most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way. Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
3 more outs for the Skowhegan Riverhawks, and they trail by 3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Skowhegan will send Riley Carey, Natalie Cook, and Harper Turner up against Peyton Cleveland, who saved her life and then saved her team with a great defensive play to end the bottom of the 6th inning on a hard ground ball back to the box. And here is Carey.
This part of the lineup hasn't done much, Mike.
Carey
a lot of strikeouts.
weaves that and misses at one that Cleveland took a little bit off. 0-1. Carey has struck out twice. No, this part of the order has struggled. That is looped into left, a base hit. They don't struggle there. So Carey off the thumbs, but she got it into left field for a base hit. Skowhegan needs base runners. They get one.
Well, great piece of hitting. The ball was up, and she doesn't throw with a velocity as Morse. So the ball was put into left field, and I believe these hitters have got a chance to get through this, Mike.
So here's Cook, and we're going to get a runner here.
Yeah.
And coming in for Skowhegan is Jaden Dodge. So Dodge into run. And here is Cook. Cook has struck out twice. Facing Peyton Cleveland, who now has a 3-run lead.
I think the hitters are coming to the plate with a bit more confidence, Mike.
Well, I would too if Morse wasn't in there.
Yeah.
She was pitching a gem. And then all of a sudden that injured knee went out on her, wearing a brace, ball 1, and she was helped off the field. A non-contact, non-really doing anything injury.
Yeah. Ooh.
Grounded foul at the plate. That one right off the legs.
That's on the instep. That
of
hurts.
Cook. Gonna rub some dirt on that and move on.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first. The tying run in the on-deck circle. 3-zip Vikes. The pitch. Low.
I don't believe the base runner down 3 is going anywhere.
Lee Johnson cautioning that base runner not to get careless over there.
Oxford
2
Hills
balls, 1 strike.
Coaching staff saying, get an out.
Yeah.
Take the out.
The 2-1. Grounded foul.
Good swings this time by Natalie.
Stays 2-2, or it is 2-2 now. Or it was 2-2 already, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so it stays 2-2. 2-2. Peyton Cleveland deals. High, took a little off that one. 3-2.
That's a great take. That ball comes up bigger than a beach ball, and she let it go. Good job.
So Cook with a full count. Gap in right center. A big one.
Good job.
Up, ball 4. The tying run about to come to the plate in the person of Harper Turner, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Well, you need a big inning, so you may wait and make this pitcher throw strikes.
Absolutely. So Cleveland has given up a single and a walk. Popped up over us and out of play. 0-1.
Did you flinch? Your reactions are horrible, Mike. Would you
There was nothing to react to.
It went right at you.
No, it didn't. It was 30 feet above my head. 0-1. The pitch to Turner. On the outside corner for a strike, 0-2.
What a tough pitch. A sliver of that ball got the corner.
A really small sliver. Cleveland, the 0-2.
There it is.
Strike 3 called. Got her.
You got to swing the bat on that.
You do.
I mean, it's the same place as the pitch before, and he called it a strike. You got to swing.
So Turner strikes out third time. Here is Maya Dudley. Dudley out back to the pitcher and struck out. She, too, the tying run.
Needs to get on base.
1 out.
Atta girl.
She does. It's in there for a base hit.
Hold him up, Lee.
The stop sign is up. The throw. Not a bad throw from center field, but Lee Johnson put the stop sign up. So the bases are loaded. The winning run is at the plate.
This is
in the
girl.
person of Layla Clark, your girl.
Yes, this is the best hitter. This lower part of the order. The best lower part of the order hitter in the state right here.
Clark has singled and walked. She's got the bases loaded with 1 out.
It's who you want up right now.
Strike 1. Clark 0-1.
We got ourselves a game, Mike.
We sure do.
Top of the order coming up.
The set by Clayton. Here's the pitch. Wide ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, she's living on that outside corner of the plate.
Not throwing anything middle in. 1-1, 1 out. Skowhegan needs 3 to tie. Oh, had her way out in front on a changeup. That was a parachute. 1-2.
Guessing fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes on deck. Top of the order, Lydia Jones. Skowhegan probably wouldn't want anybody else but her coming up with 2 outs. High, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Layla Clark with the bases loaded. Cleveland, the pitch. Fouled at the plate. Just got a piece. A little nubber.
Yeah, she kept her hands back. It was another changeup. She was out in front, but she kept her hands back, fouled it off.
Another 2-2 coming. Cleveland deals. Missed 3-2.
I don't want to jinx her, but this girl has got a great eye.
The string is out. The boat is full on Layla Clark. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jones on deck. The screws tightening here in Skowhegan. Cleveland ready. Pitches. Hit foul down the left field line. Left fielder comes in and makes the catch.
How big a play
And they
is that?
get it in. Going over to left field, McPhail. I thought it was going to get down. But McPhail caught it. 2 outs, and it's all up to Lydia Jones.
McPhail in left field had a great jump on that ball because the ball almost got to foul territory over the fence.
Lydia today has grounded out twice and then singled to left. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-0. Oxford Hills, it is off the fist. That's foul. Boy, that was trouble if it hit the chalk. But it was foul by inches. 0-1 on Jones.
It's been a great game. Best game I've seen this year, Mike.
Unquestionably. 0-1 on Lydia Jones with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Swing and a miss, had her way in front of that changeup. 0-2.
You're right, Mike. She was thinking fastball way out in front.
Oxford Hills 1 strike away. 0-2 on Jones. Cleveland pitches. Ground ball to third. On the bag, and that's it. And Oxford Hills wins it despite a mega threat by Skowhegan. In the bottom of the 7th inning, they load the bases up and do not score against Peyton Cleveland, who came on in relief of Kiera Morse and held Skowhegan scoreless. Final score in this one, Oxford Hills 3, Skowhegan 0. The totals and more coming up after this on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Midstate Machine in Winslow, Maine, we manufacture complex components and large-scale turbines that power industries across aerospace, defense, and energy. We're hiring CNC machinists. And whether you're experienced or just starting out, we offer on-the-job training to help you build a rewarding career. Join our Safety First team, where your ideas are valued, and enjoy competitive pay with 2 weeks of paid time off starting on day one. Apply today at midstateusa.com, where your career powers the future.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin back here post-game at Skowhegan High School. What a ball game this was here this afternoon. Two of the best teams in Class A, two of the best teams in Class A North, both in the top three, and it ends up being a 3-0 win for the Oxford Hills Vikings in a game that was scoreless until the 6th inning, when finally the Vikings able to push across a run. They got 2 more in the 7th inning, and they win it by a score of 3-0. Final line scores?
Yeah, for Oxford Hills, who roll up to 12-3, they had 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and they left on base 9. That was a big part of the game.
Indeed.
For Skowhegan, who falls to 10-5, they had no runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and they left 7 on base.
Kiera Morse, unfortunately, doesn't get the win because when she left the game due to injury, it was still a nothing ball game. She went 5 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. A dominant performance by Kiera Morse. She left warming up or attempting to warm up for the 6th inning, aggravating a knee injury. She was already wearing a brace on that knee, had to be helped off the field, and Peyton Cleveland came on cold, she went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and made a superlative defensive play with the bases loaded on a wicked shot back to the box that she knocked down, saved her life on, first of all, and then secondly, had the presence of mind to pick the ball up, throw home, and narrowly get the runner at the plate with the bases loaded.
It was.
Wow.
It was indeed the play of the game, Mike. I mean, Peyton Cleveland probably has the biggest win of her life, coming in relief and getting the win. But it was a dominant performance by Kiera Morse. And Skowhegan's in the dugout. We may not score, but when she went out, they had some life. But Oxford Hills bent, but they did not break.
They did not, and so the Vikings get a nice win on the road, and these two teams split the season series. Skowhegan wins there, Oxford Hills wins here. We are on to boys lacrosse Monday. It's Trape Academy taking on Coney. Game time 4 o'clock. We'll have it. CentralMaineSports.com, 1160thescore.com, on YouTube at Central Maine Sports. And I am nominating Peyton Cleveland as the score player of the game.
Absolutely.
Just on that one play alone.
Oh, there's no question. I mean, it was a game saver. I mean, Skowhegan may have come back and won the ball game. It was ticketed for at least a single.
So Cleveland, who came on in relief of Kiera Morse, gets the win and gets the win as far as saving her own life is concerned as well. So that's going to do it for us. For Ashley Knight, for John Coughlin, Mike Violet saying so long from Skowhegan High School. Final score in this one, it was a beauty. The Oxford Hills Vikings 3 and the Skowhegan Riverhawks nothing.
You've been watching and listening to live coverage of high school sports on the place for local sports, The Score. It's been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, 201 Service Skowhegan, Flagship Cinemas, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service in Vassalboro, Assistance Plus, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, Kennebec Eye Care, Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, and by SBS Carbon Copy. Remember, every game we stream live on The Score is always stored forever in the vault at CentralMainSports.com and on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. Your team from your town plays here. Sports Radio, WSKW, The Score, and CentralMainSports.com.